What do you do if your low back pain gets worse when you're driving your car? Hey guys, Dr. Ian here from Wellington Family Chiropractic. And today I want to talk about low back pain that's made worse by sitting, or specifically sitting in a car seat. This is very common. A lot of my patients that are going through episodes of pain, it'll get worse on their way into work or worse on their way home from the visit. Or they might be, it's spring here in the bluegrass, so people are heading on long road trips, and by the time they get there, they're very sore, and it can ruin a few days of your vacation if your low back hurts. So what are some things we can do in the car to prevent your low back from getting flared up? The first thing I want to talk about is why it typically happens. So sometimes with low back pain, it's made worse by sitting, but specifically it's made worse by flexing the spine and rounding it. And that's bad with a car seat because, as you can see, my knee is well above my hip. My hip is here, my knee is here. And the way a car seat works is you sink down into it. And if the knee is well above the hip, you're naturally just going to kind of round your low back into the car seat. And for a lot of people, that's a problem. So we want to make sure we take that flexion out. What I would suggest, I've talked about it before, get you a McKenzie roll. They're $20 or less. You take that roll, you roll it right down between your ribs and your pelvis. And now, even though I'm still in this position, my low back is in a bit of extension, and I just scoot my butt all the way back to the seat. I'm sitting more upright. My low back is kind of pushed forward. I don't have to try to sit up straight. It's just an easy fix. For $20, these things last quite a while. As you can see, you can pull it out. You can take it into work. You can take it to the airport, use it on an airplane. If you're somebody that's low back gets stiff from sitting or gets worse with road trips, get you a roll, or take a towel if you don't want to buy one, roll it up, stick it down in there to where you have that nice extended position happening while you're sitting in your car. So that's the first thing I do when I've got long road trips. The second thing I do is I will let my low back kind of round into the roll, and then I peel it forward and extend out. So I'm kind of doing, if you've ever seen the cat-cow exercise, I'm doing it in a seated fashion while I drive. So again, it's rounding back towards the chair, rolling my low back forward. So I'm getting flexion and extension. And I do that as I drive so that I'm not just stuck in flexion for hours on a road trip. I'm constantly moving those joints in and out. The other thing you can try is to stop more often. But if you're anything like me, it's not the best option. I don't like to stop on road trips. It's a point of contention between my wife and I. I don't like to stop. But if you're in a lot of pain, it does make sense to try to get out as much as often and move around. But I know for a lot of people, they're not going to do that. The best way you can continue to move is, again, create an extension, flexion, extension. That's if you don't want to take any breaks at all. Taking breaks is the smart thing to do. But you just want to try to keep this upright, neutral posture as good as possible while you're in your vehicle. Avoid that deep, rounded flexion position, and your low back typically is going to feel a lot better. So I hope this helps. It's easy. Everybody can do it, and it should make those long road trips a little better. Talk to you soon.